Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Danganronpa Chapter 5. We've just recently finished exploring the island, and I think it's daytime once more. I'm hoping we get a bunch of free time where I can finish maxing out all the people I want to max out before anyone else gets murdered, since our list of survivors is growing shorter by the day. Or so it seems, our list of options. Maybe I'm still sore from the loss of Ibuki. Maybe I'm disappointed in the loss of Mikan. Or crushed by my 5 out of 6 conversations with Gundam before he bit it. Oh. You're calling Soda or Nagito as next up? Yeah, there's a good chance Nagito dies for the bullshit he pulled with the tank. Or not tank, what? The explosions, right? It was the explosives, right? I keep thinking he's gonna use the tank to kill people. I thought he used the tank and fired, or like had the tank, someone in the tank fired on us from the building. But no, he used bombs, right? He planted bombs all the way around the island. He's gonna fuck us up there. Hajime, how are you feeling? Not good. Not so bad. I can't move. Yeah, we got our world rocked by an explosion as one of the bombs Nagito set off went off near us, as I recall last time. You're okay. I'm not okay at all. My ears are seriously ringing. Well, hopefully it's not tinnitus. My eardrum's definitely ruptured. I need to hurry and have a doctor look at it. Well, what should we do now? What can we do? How troubling. If the traitor would just come forward, the problem would be resolved in no time. Nagito, when did you... Good morning. I came to motivate you guys since you're just laying around. Didn't I tell you yesterday? The bombs are set to go off in 2 days at me. Oh, you've got 1 day left. Come on, you'd better hurry. Hurry, I'm not the one who has to come forward. The traitor does, right? Well, that's probably true. Even if this does depend on the traitor, your attitudes aren't admirable at all. Real hope is when you confront a hopeless difficulty that's standing before you, right? And despite that, you guys are already ready to give up. What's that mean? Yeah, our only qualified nurse is already dead. Rest in peace. I guess you're gonna get an infection in that ruptured eardrum and die. Sucks to be you. Was this your limit? If so, it makes me laugh to think I ever called you symbols of hope. Bastard, you'd better knock it off. Now, keep your shirt on. I took the time to come to bring you a valuable hint. Would it be so bad if I changed my mind? What? Wouldn't it be so... Did you say hint? Hint? Chiaki, what's up? It's best if we hurry and get the hint. I think Akane looks like she's ready to tackle me. Okay, fair enough. Nagito, what's your hint? Oh, you finally have hope? That makes me happy. Who freaking cares about that? Hurry up and tell us what the hint is. Well, it's about the bomb's hiding place. I hid it somewhere you guys haven't been before. Somewhere we haven't been before? I don't need any hints. Just tell us the answer. If you don't, I'll make you spit it out. Stop it. What are we going to do if he sets up another bomb? Good judgment. If you guys have time to pick a fight with me, you have time to start searching for the bombs already. Assuming that the bombs actually existed. There's a good chance they do. But, there's a good chance they do, but it's still amusing that he's made this promise and we've seen no evidence of him scurrying around planting bombs all day. And we're not even aware that he has knowledge of how to make bombs, so it's kind of weird that he can even do that in the first place. Anyway, I'll just crush you to pieces later. How scary. Chiaki being haunted. Why did you give us a hint? Well, if the traitor sees their friends working hard, they may feel inclined to come forward, you know? Who cares? The traitor might not even exist. All we need to do is find the damn bombs. He'll just make more. You understand that, right, Fuyuhiko? He's making bombs and threatening to kill everyone until the traitor comes forward. He'll just make more if you dismantle them. Honestly, the smartest thing to do is to tie him up and then search for them. Leaving him to run around and plant more bombs is just silly, right? Let's go. Take care. By the way, I'll be waiting here. If you want to rule yourself, come see me anytime, Mr. or Miss Trader. We left the restaurant as Nagito's muffled laughter trailed behind us. So I was thinking about what the purpose of this island is and why it exists. So I think they mentioned a missing class in the first game, but I'm not sure if that means either that class was somehow put in stasis like our class was or something. Like maybe put in stasis or something, or if they've been held hostage on another island and put in stasis for some period of time. Because I'm curious. I think if the timeline's supposed to be contiguous and it's not an alternate reality, I'm curious why Byakuya is fat and why he's here. If he's fat in here, that means he might have been sent to like he might be actually working to try and recreate a safer version of. He might have been working to try and create a safer version. My original thought was that he might have been working to try to create a safer version of the killing game that the first group played through in the first game. Well, like obviously presuming he's working with Monomi. To try and create a safer environment where they can get people through the trauma of like that horrible day. But since A, Monokuma showed up and he wasn't expecting that, and B, we found out she works for World Ender, this Byakuya actor. Well, I was thinking the reason Byakuya acted different is basically he's learned. He kind of like learns. Obviously, it wasn't like the next day. He's learned over the course of years he needs to work with other people and become more of a people person, and he's trying to inspire them without being so obvious. Like he's trying to be. Just let's think of it this way: if his goal, let's ignore Monokuma. His goal was to try and get people who are also resistant or immune to like the ultimate despair effect that's hitting the whole world. He's trying to encourage you and run the hope version of this that Monomi might have been putting out. Was like apparently wrong. Like imagine he's like the safeguard to make sure no one kills each other, okay? And then Monokuma shows up and it's completely unexpected and a disaster. Right? That might have been something that he was originally doing, but I'm thinking. Then I started thinking more today, and I realized that Monomi actually works for World Ender, right? So since good night, Unafraid. Since Byakuya actually works for World Ender and not Byakuya. Since Monomi actually works for World Ender, which is like the same organization that Monokuma / Junko was part of, it doesn't make sense now that we've learned that. So I think it might be more likely he might have been trying to save them from the island. But it's kind of weird, like why was the island running after the Despair Academy? Is this like their backup attempt? And how is this relevant for World Ender? I don't really understand that part yet. So let's consider like Byakuya being a plant somehow on this island to try and get everyone off it alive, and then he gets murdered or easy. That might be an idea. But he played so differently. Like he didn't play safely, which is the weird thing. So something must have happened to make him play super aggressively. Like, I'm a little bit confused why he was playing so aggressively, because I would have thought, from my perspective, if you survived the last death game with Monokuma by being super passive, you'd probably do it in defensive, you'd probably want to do that again and not get yourself killed, but he was, like, super aggressive this time. It's like he had an idea of what was supposed to happen on the island and things that, then something threw a wrench in his plans. I'm kind of curious to see how it turns out, because, like, I had a couple ideas, but I can't really fit together why start with the Monomi. If you're World Ender, why start with the Monomi thing? And why would this run after the first game? It's kind of weird, right? I think it's a faker or the son of Byakuya and this plays in the future. Maybe it's the son of Byakuya? That's possible. I'm just trying to figure out like how it fits together. Like why, if this takes place in the future, why is Byakuya here? Why is Byakuya fat? And why would they start with the hope then lead to the despair rather than starting with the despair? Maybe it's an experiment by World Ender to see if it drives people to greater despair due to the defeat of Junko. Or like, well, how can we inspire people to even greater despair? Maybe just pure despair is enough to bring people hope. Maybe if we bring them some sort of hope and then ruin it, it gets worse. Like if they experience the goods and then go to the lows, but like Yeah, maybe it's an experiment, but I don't know what the purpose of the experiment would be if you already brought everyone to despair on the planet already. It seems kind of weird. Maybe you're just like doing it for kicks. You're like, watch these people fall into despair again and again and again. Like you're running the death game to show people that despair is inevitable. And that the previous game was simply a fluke. Maybe that's it. You think it's Byakuya Jr. though? Yeah, Byakuya Jr. is possible. I can't... It's hard to tell, because, like, clearly half these people are clearly, like... I mean, they're ostensibly teenagers, and they ostensibly still look like teenagers. So, either their bodies have been in stasis, or it hasn't been that long. Did you stop? Why did you stop me? Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, the stopping him from slapping him. I mean, we should have tied up Nagito. That should be like priority number one. Stop the guy who's bombing places from setting up more bombs. I think it's a faker. I don't feel like Monokuma would have lied about it being Monokuma or Monomi would have lied about it being Byakuya. Kind of weird. A pretender. Like I don't know. They have some really weird tech, right? It might be a virtual reality simulation. Because they have some clearly impossible tech where they have like they have like statues that turn into mechanical animals. And can like literally rebuild someone from being shot with a rocket into a purely mechanical life form. Yeah, you're sure it's a simulation? It screams simulation. Just Mechamaru's survival screams really sketchy simulation. Especially some of the weird magic shit, like a cow turning into a chicken. Seems really weird. You're gonna head out since Dangan? Thanks for the stream. Later, bro. If you hadn't stopped me, I'd have crushed Nikita to pieces. You're too fired up, dumbass. Calm the fuck down. More important, let's head all heaven for the ancient ruin. The ruin? Nikito said the bombs are hidden somewhere we have never been before. That's the only place we've never been inside. If that's the case, the inside of that ruin is the only place I can think of. Fair enough, Sonia. Good thinking. We already knew that. There was one other place too. Is it the castle, the amusement park? What's it? You talking about the Natsumi Castle? No, I don't get it all. Ria means Natsumi Castle. We have to choose those. We have those two places to choose from. We won't be able to enter the ancient room without a password, will we? A password, huh? I'm still guessing we don't have any clues to that. It goes for Nagito too. You wouldn't be able to enter without the password, right? If that's the case, it's hard to think the bombs were set inside the ancient ruin, right? We go to Natsumi Castle first. Isn't that dangerous? I mean, what if it was Nagito's trap all along? Monokuma's trap, Monomi's trap, and now Nagito's trap? Keep worrying about shit like that, we won't get anything done, jackass. You're totally fired up too. Thank you, Minimaru. Anyway, we should try going there at least. We don't have time to stand around doing nothing. Alright, full speed. Thank you for not wasting tons of time. Yeah, we'll tackle Nezumi Castle first. Alright, castle first. Yeah, I'm just gonna teleport there. That seems a bit faster. Alright, teleportation time. Go outside. Second island. Third island. Fourth island. The castle. Castle is, I think, to the right. Natsumi Castle. Here we go. Alright. Hey, check it out. Oh, the front door's been bashed down. Damn. It's been blown to bits as if someone set off a bomb. Yeah, it's been blown to bits. No, he probably got the grenades from the military base. He probably got explosives from the military base. I bet that doesn't happen. We didn't explicitly see, like, C4 or anything, but there were tanks and helicopters. There was a tank and a helicopter and a shit ton of small arms, including rocket launchers there, so it wouldn't be entirely unbelievable that you could blow the front gates of the place open. That's true, it looks like this place was spot on. The bombs are inside here. That's what it looks like. Try going inside. We need to be careful, we need to pay as much attention as we can. Yeah, you're right. Alright. What else does Chiaki have to say? Well, let me know for certain the bombs are in there. Let's go see what's inside for now. Alright. Railroaded into Nezumi Castle. Let's go. After forcing a dry swallow, I nervously stepped through the door. And there. A giant empty hallway. Poorly illuminated. What is this place? I thought the inside would be more light-hearted than this. The ambience feels similar to that of a temple or a church. However, it's just me, or it seems like there's no bombs to be found here.
Yeah.
It's not just you. If their bombs are strong enough to blow up the entire island, they should be pretty big. I don't see anything. I don't see a place where they could be hidden either. The bombs aren't here? Even so. To all subjects, the password to guide everyone to the future. You guys can see written above the text, there is actually the password into the building. So that is almost certainly where we're going next. The ruins. But why? It feels like this place is different somehow. This feeling, it's the same feeling I get when I first saw the ancient ruin. What's this? The font doesn't match the ambience of the castle at all. It's almost like it was intentionally put here. Hey everyone, check this out. That was easy. So what's that? I saw that text and was like, it's in English. It's gotta be unusual. That's gotta be unusual. It says the password to the future, which is probably the door to the school, right? To all subjects. Subjects? Who are they talking about? Is it about us? There's more written below that. What does it mean? The password to guide everyone to the future is... What the heck is this? We can't read the most important part. What does the password to guide everyone to the future even mean? Maybe it's that password. It's obviously that password since it's this future door. Could that be the password that acts as the ancient room? Guide everyone to the future? Maybe that refers to the Japanese word that's written on the door? As expected of Miss Sonia, she only had to read it once to understand what it means. Well, if we can't read the password, there's nothing we can do. Not rather tragic moment. Chiaki? I wonder who is this? Erased? It's clearly been intentionally scratched off, right? Doesn't it feel like it doesn't feel like it was erased naturally, right? Yeah. Looks like it was forcibly scratched off. That's the only way I can see it. Monomi and Monokuma shouldn't have entered this castle because they don't like mice, right? You're right, there you go. So it was probably Nagito. It's Nagito, he's the one who erased the password. Probably discovered the password here and used it to enter the ancient ruin. And hid the bombs inside the ancient ruin? Yep, probably. So we erased the password so we wouldn't be able to get near the bombs. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a bit of sense if you want the bombs to always be able to go off. I mean, we kind of just 50-50 this one. We wouldn't be able to tell if anyone had actually gone in the doors, right? Unless the door was, like, permanently unlocked. That's true. He gave us a hint, even though he knew we wouldn't be able to use it. It's not completely scratched off. We can actually make out the number. We can actually make out the characters. We can shove that reality in our faces. He didn't completely scratch them out. He's not that good. Maybe he wants us to actually enter the ruins and find out? There's no way we can enter that ancient ruin if we don't have the password. In the end, we can't do anything about the bombs unless the traitor comes forward. Did he lure this place so we'll be forced to confront that? Forcing us to confront the despair before us, forcing us to confront how powerless we are. That's what Monokuma would do. Hey, whoever you are, you don't have to reveal yourself to us. Just tell Nagito. If you don't, you'll end up dying too, you know. Who are you saying that to? I don't know, I'm just saying it to everyone. Let's stop. Fighting amongst ourselves won't solve anything. More importantly, work harder to find the password to the ancient ruin. What clues that might relate to it. As long as we cooperate and explore all the island, we might be able to find it, you know? Tell us, look everywhere for a password that might not even exist. Who would leave a password here in the first place, and why? Was it Monokuma or Monomi? Who was it? Can't even answer that, so there's no way to be able to find anything. Now, what do you have us do? Just wait until we all die? It's no different than when we were in a funhouse, and what did we learn there? We learned not to give up on living, right? That Gundam. The Gundam was the one who said that. Very well, I just have to look for it on my own. Excuse me. So, Sonia, hold on. Sonia ignored me as I called for her and stormed out of the area. Her shoulders were shaking a little, I'm sure of it. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, fine then. You want to look for it? Fine. Hey, Kazumichi left Nezumi Castle and walked in the opposite direction of Sonia. The hell are they doing? Now's not the time for everybody. More importantly, there's surely more features of this castle we haven't looked into. It might be a good idea to work separately. What? Why? Easier to move around that way, you know? In case someone wants a secret, they go meet someone. Does that mean? Sorry. Just act like I was thinking out loud and pretend you weren't listening. Not again. We're scattered as usual. How is he always so topical? If you think so, please help. Yeah, leave it to me. I've got a secret plan. I just have to find the source of the problem and snap it up. Akane, what's your secret plan? I have a bad feeling about the way Akane's acting. I'll run after. Best if we keep Akane from Nagito now. Far away. Wait, you're right. I guess I'll leave it to you. Okay, see you later. Chiaki ran after Akane. And from there, I was the only one left. What does this really mean? Okay. Who are the subjects that are being produced? Please let me have mouse control while I look at this. That'd be really nice. Because, let's see. First character could be... let's see. An I, an F, an E. I, F, E. Could it be a 1? Maybe. Next character... 1 or I, maybe? Unless that's... There's only so many characters that can be the third character looks like an O, maybe? That last character is horizontal. There's only so many characters that can pull up. This looks like it's either in all caps. Pull up. I'm gonna guess what this is. Capital letters. I just want to look at a capital letter font. The third character, ooh, it's either like a V or a 7. The last character is either a V or a 7. The W is unlikely. Could it be Z? I don't know if it could be Z. I don't think it could be Z. The black seems to be sticking up far. But most black fonts like that don't have anything sticking out that below the flat plane of the Z, so that's probably a 7 or a V. Oh, it can't be X. I don't know what that middle character is. It could be a bunch of things. It could be like a D. It could be a B. Probably not a G. R is also R is unlikely but possible. R is possible. Middle letter is like OQ or 0. Possibly D. OQ 0 or D. Yeah. Is that 11037? It's probably that. I was guessing that, but I'm confirming that myself. As it's 5 characters, and 2 of them look like 1s, 1 looks like a 0, and the last one looks like a 7. It's probably 11037. And the reason BB jumped to that conclusion, and the reason I concur with her and why I was looking at it, is to make sure that it wasn't actual letters, is because that was one of the codes from the first game. That was a relevant clue in the first game, and I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Because it's also the entrance to the first game, and yeah. Like, there's only so many characters some of those can be. The middle one has to be an I. The last one's a 7, so I think it should hint at that. 5 characters. 5 characters. Just having the last one be almost certainly a 7, because the font would be really wonky if it was anything else, and the middle one being probably an O or a Q. O, Q, or 0. No, those are 6 digits, man. Alright. I mean, just having the 0 and the 7 makes that incredibly likely. The other character being... The second character likely being a 1 or an I also makes it highly probable. In fact, if you make the assumption that this is 11037 like I didn't want to do, at the start, you'd get that right away. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Who are the subjects? What's the password to guide everyone to the future? So who would leave this? Who would leave this message? This seems like something that would be left by the survivors of the castle. You were the last to leave Nezumi Castle. You wandered all over the island searching for clues to the password. But I didn't expect to find anything, and in the end, that's exactly what happened. And so time passed by with its usual speed. The issue is, we aren't able to guess that. I wanted to guess the only relevant digits from the first game at the password in the first place, but... as the door password in the first place, but we weren't given the option to do so, so... next time. Alright, Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. No free time. It's straight to bedtime. 10 p.m. Please return to your rooms and relax. Let the sound of the ocean gently rock you to sleep. Now then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Yeah. I feel like when you see a password like that and it screams 11037, that's, you see people, and you're like, your mind jumps to that number pretty quickly, because people in like anywhere that talks about Danganronpa always, if you see a Danganronpa reference, people keep adding 11037, so I assume it's a relevant number for more than one game, as it would be like a one-off otherwise. But I don't want to make the false assumption that that's going to be a password in this game, because it's like, well, it is self-referential, but it hasn't been like that important so far. Ah, well, alright. Yeah, I think me and BB are both 100% on that track. I was just trying to disprove the idea of 11037. I'm scared people if they know 177013. Even after the enormous announcement, I kept searching the island, but I didn't find what we were looking for. After a while, I'd forgotten what I was supposed to be looking for in the first place. Really? In the end, after coming up empty-handed, I returned to the hotel. I didn't see anyone else on my way back here, but I also didn't see them while I was exploring either, because even though the island is so vast, our numbers have drastically decreased since we arrived. I can't think of any other reason. I should go back. Don't give up, skeleton. Nagito said time runs out at noon tomorrow. Another day is about to end, which means there's only half a day left. I can't imagine the traitor will be revealed by then, since we don't know if they really exist. Okay, so if you think it's in that building, get Sonia, who can drive the tank, because she said everyone in grade school in her country can drive a tank, no problem. Get her to drive the tank. Fuck the minigun. You have a tank. One tank shell kills the minigun. And hopefully gets through the vault door. If you need to do some desperate shit, just fire tank shells at the fucking building until you get through. Sure, it's risky, but if you're running out of time and everyone dies if you don't freaking get in that vault, may as well, right? Yeah, we don't know if the traitor exists, and even if they do, it's possible they've forgotten they're the traitor, as Monokuma distinctly hinted that the traitor may not be aware that they are the traitor, which is very curious. How would you be a useful traitor if you weren't aware of such? But, you know, maybe they have like maybe they're like subliminally programmed or something. All this thinking makes me feel like I should do something, but... You want me to read Metamorphoses in Discord? When I get just a few more followers or subscribers? I mean, I'd be willing to do that. I don't know how much everyone else would appreciate that. My brain and body were yearning for rest, probably because of all the walking I did today. I mean, we didn't see any of that walking, but I'll believe you, I guess. As I dozed off, horrible, disgusting images began to surface from the back of my mind, one after the other. If you have less than 24 hours to live, would you really go to sleep? If I thought I was gonna die at noon tomorrow, I don't think I would go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna be honest, I would not go to sleep tonight. Like, If you told me that you're going to die at noon tomorrow, there's no fucking way I would go to sleep the night before. A, because I'd be worried and not be able to sleep in the first place. And B, because I'd rather do something with the last 12 hours I have before I fucking die. Or sorry, 14 in this guy's case, because it's 10 p.m. Like, why would I go to sleep only to get up and have 2 hours of life? That seems kind of silly, Hajime, but okay. Before I could focus on the specifics of those images, I slowly sank into the depths of darkness. This guy... I feel like that's a really dumb choice, but okay. You're under a time crunch. You got 14 hours to live and find a solution, and you're like, I'm gonna sleep for 8 to 10 of them? Okay, buddy. I think giving up is really important. If you don't give up on your dreams, they'll come true. That's just irresponsible and lazy encouragement. No matter how much you try without giving up, it's useless in the end. Persistence is just the worst. That's why giving up is so important. But you can't give it up if you don't even try. That's actually the worst of all. That's right. Try and then give up. Did we even try? Not really. Not on screen, so it wasn't an important effort. Good morning, Monokuma. Ah, we've heard this one before. Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning! It looks like today's gonna be another perfect tropical day. Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today. Alright. I'm hoping they realize they have anti-armor. They have anti-tank rocket launchers and a literal tank. Surely they can get through the vault, either get through the vault door, blow through a wall nearby it, or at least disable the frickin' minigun. Now, mind you, if they just disable the minigun, they might damage the consoles for interacting with the building, but, you know, tank, meet wall, good options. Alright, the scenery this morning is the same as it ever was. Congratulations, you now have 5 hours to live, or how many ever, however late you wake up. I don't know how early or late Monokuma wakes us up. Maybe like 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock? You got like 3-4 hours. You can see the sunlight peeking through the window. You can hear the faint sound of waves crashing on the beach, and you're not taking Nagito's death threat even remotely seriously. But the bombs Nagito set are going to destroy all this. Once time runs out at noon. At the moment, there's nothing about our situation that's changing for the better. Usually I'd go to the restaurant, but what should I do today? As long as I can remember what Nagito said. If you want to reveal yourself, come see me anytime, Mr. Trader. It sounds like he's planning to hang out at the restaurant all day. Wait, he's gonna be there all day? Then if anyone went to the restaurant like they normally do... The bad feeling lingering in my chest grew with each beat of my frantic heart. I immediately ran out of my cottage. I guess we're going there like we normally do. Good morning, Hajime. Note yesterday I may have been somewhat careless with my words. I couldn't keep myself from snapping at what Kazuichi said and I acted on my own. Thanks to my actions, everyone ended up going their separate ways, right? And nothing got accomplished to my knowledge. But what you said wasn't wrong either. I mean, she's not wrong. I've not given up yet. I'll do my best. Best to live until the very end. If not, I'll not be able to face Gundam, Nekomaru, or the others who have died. Good call. Thank you, Sonia. You might be, in fact, be on track for second best girl. The moment I set foot inside the restaurant, the worst case scenario was unfolding right before me. I should point out that torturing him for information, well, unlikely to be particularly useful, is not against the rules, and you won't be convicted of anything on this island so long as you don't actually kill someone, so yeah, I don't agree with Akane's solution, but honestly, if everyone was going to die, if everyone was going to die and you just had to beat the shit out of Nagito to find out where the bomb was, it's not entirely unbelievable that someone like this could do that. Like, Akane isn't really the deductive sort. So, if this succeeds and you manage to break him, not that I think you could break him in a couple hours, but if you do manage, yeah, you can find the bombs this way. Again, as long as you don't kill him, you won't die, right? Like, Monokuma's not going to intervene. Monokuma's not going to intervene if you take a baseball bat to this guy's kneecaps, right? Monokuma doesn't give a shit if you torture Nagito. She only cares if you actually kill him, so... doing something like, you know, pulling fingernails, slicing him up, the usual classics, probably all okay under Monokuma's watch. As long as you don't actually kill him by strangling him, you're also fine. Although, yeah, it takes a few minutes after someone passes out to kill them by strangulation. You have to make sure you don't actually crush his windpipe so he dies after you let go. That would be really awkward. Hurts, but I'll never tell. I mean, you're just holding his throat. That's not too scary. It's scary, but... You really want me to spit it out? You should try torturing me or something. Exactly! Torture? Maybe you can stab my fingers with that fork or scoop my eyes out with that spoon. See? See? Nagito's got it. It's like, yeah, you could try that. It might work. I don't know if you have time for that. But... You're not willing to fill me with despair. There's no way my hope will ever break. Akane's hands suddenly wrapped around Nagito's neck and her face began turning a startling shade of red. Her clenched hands kept squeezing even tighter, as if she was trying to snap his neck instead of just strangling him. I don't really care that much. What are you doing? Akane? Hey, are you already? Are you seriously gonna die? She was too overcome by rage to acknowledge us. He's not dead yet, who cares? Okay. Calm down, okay? You wouldn't do something like that, right? You're not the kind of person who would hurt someone, right? It's alright. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Perfect. Sorry, I'm awake now. Sorry, I'm awake. What was I doing anyway? That's what I want to ask. Don't tell me you were actually thinking about killing him. And that's what happened. In the corner of my eye, I saw him slowly stand up. Thank you, Akane. I got to see my dead dog again. I haven't seen him in ages. Serves you right. You're probably pissed off Akane in the first place. I didn't mean to do that, though. Anyway, thank you for saving me. It looks like I owe you one. I would just like to point out that the muscular girl was also the traitor in the first game, so there's a good chance Akane might be the traitor. If there is one. If you sincerely mean that, please tell us the password to enter the ancient ruin. Ooh, that's a good one. The password to the ancient ruin? What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? Don't play dumb. You hit the bombs inside that ruin, right? Oh shit, that was the wrong place. Yep, I did. Until yesterday. No one was paying it. Like, can I slap some of these guys? Holy crap. I did say the most important thing you should do is tie up Nagito so we can't go anywhere. And what did he do? He just freely admitted to moving the fucking bombs. He gave you a hint. You squandered the hint by fucking about. And then you turned around and let him move the bombs. Great job, guys. Great freaking job. I'm just gonna talk to Nagito instead. Let's progress the story. Hey Nagito, what do you mean by until yesterday? There wasn't anything important inside the ancient room, just some familiar scenery. Familiar scenery? I got bored of it. Also, if I hid them in there, it would be completely meaningless. Even if you managed to learn the password of the ancient room, it had no meaning anymore. Now that I've moved the bombs somewhere else. I think they were inside the ancient ruin, right? Anyway, I guess it was right for me to move them. They were about to be found before the traitor confessed. It's not like it really matters. In fact, it might be better. To make hope shine even brighter. Stop talking crazy. Tell us where you moved the bombs already. It looks like you're in a hurry. Well, that's understandable. After all, time runs out today. Let's begin the final battle. The battle between the traitor and everyone else. The final battle between hope and despair. The place I hid the bombs this time is a place you've all visited at least once. That's it. That's too broad. It shouldn't be that hard if you split up. For now, why don't you search everywhere as fast as you can? As long as everyone cooperates, it should be easy to find out where the bombs are. What the heck? It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope can break through any despair. You never lose in a place like this. Not only that, I believe you all. I believe in the time we spent together. More than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. It's gonna be fine. As long as you believe in hope with all your hearts, the path should open. And with that, Nikito walked away and left us with his sinister mixed message. Why does he have to still be alive? Not the time to complain about stuff like that. Besides, we don't have time to fight amongst ourselves. You're right. We must hurry and search bombs. We can still have time to stop them. Based on all the places we search, I don't know where we should look. The center island. First guess, center island. Oh, I think we can do is suit up and cover as much ground as we can. There's exactly 6 of us. Each person should be in charge of searching an island. Leave the island to me. I already have the layout of the island in my head. Alright, Akane is doing this island. Akane is the first island. I'll do the second one. So did you get the smallest island? Are you okay with searching the center island? You're probably not good at covering ground anyway. It's fine, right? Fine, you can search the center island. Chiaki, search the third island with the hospital. Hachime, you search the amusement park island. I'll handle the final island. Alright, let's do it. Let's hurry up and find those bombs. We can take care of Nikito once and for all. Once and for all? I did your book spelling wrong. Closer to someone else. We stormed to the restaurant and immediately left to search for the bombs. We didn't have time to even think about who the traitor is. But it's ironic. Nagito is the reason we're splitting up, but the reason we're cooperating is because of Nagito too. It's pretty ironic. I'm in charge of searching the 4th island. I should search every nook and cranny. According to Nagito, the bombs have enough power to easily wipe out the entire island. Probably not very small, and I'll find it. Okay. We haven't been in here before. The doors open. Looks like I can go inside, but it's possible the bombs were hidden here. Alright, let's go. My first thought was, well, the house. We haven't been inside the house yet, right? What's this? How should I describe this place? It's so cloyingly cute. I think I'm gonna be sick. Ah! Why is Hachime in my house? The door was wide open. As soon as she heard that, Monomi waddled to the door. It's broken! My security system is broken! The robber probably did it! No. No, a robber is a female teacher with a young student in her house. Oh, this is so inappropriate. I've been splattered with disgrace. It's so noisy. So noisy. Alright. Where's the bomb? Alright, multiple monitors. Are these monitors? They're not displaying anything, but why are there so many? Are you monitoring us with these? Oh. So I was right. Surveillance cameras all over the island. The footage those cameras are recording. Check the roller coaster. Yeah, it's in the place we've been. I want to check this place though, because the door was open, man. You were watching the footage on those monitors. You were monitoring us, weren't you? I was until Monokuma. I no longer have my magic stick because of that. Monokuma stole all my powers. I don't have the authority to monitor anyone anymore. The monitors are useless. What does that stick have to do with the surveillance cameras? Anyway, I can't monitor anyone anymore. I have no other way of following your movements, unless I rely on this somewhat nifty ears. I don't really understand, but does that mean Monokuma has been watching us from the surveillance cameras? But no, it's probably not him either. In his current state, he shouldn't even need to use the cameras. Power keeps increasing beyond my expectations. He surpassed any standard of measuring it. Stop talking about stuff that doesn't make sense. Who's watching the cameras? Probably only matter to the outside? Outside. Do you mean the group that's controlling you and Monokuma? So the people outside the island are watching the footage. Let's just brush the whole thing aside. There's no way I can do that. But I can't say. Hey. Is she trying to cover it up by crying? That's exactly what Monokuma does. Just as I thought, can't trust her a wink. Alright, surveillance camera in her house. Amusingly enough. Can I not look at the cupboard? Okay, I can't. Can't look at this either. Let's look at the spares. What the heck is this? Monomi plushies on hangers? Don't go touching my things without permission, they're important. Your own plushies. You must love yourself, just like Monokuma. You're wrong, please don't compare me to that thing. You don't have enough delicacy. Entering your woman's house without her permission and touching her things makes her teacher very sad. Nagito placing the bomb inside Monomi is actually a pretty good idea, but I don't know if Monomi's ever asleep. This will not be allowed. Hajime needs a class in morality. What? Delicacy and morality? They have nothing to do. I shall give you a special private lesson after school. Miss Monomi will slowly and thoroughly give you good teaching. Whoa, that sounds really inappropriate. Slowly and thoroughly give my student a lesson after school. But once again, I'm splattered with disgrace. A sticky and gooey disgrace. We're not doing phrasing apparently either. You're the one who started saying it. Sticky disgrace. You said something about a robber. Are you talking about Monokuma? Monokuma wouldn't do something as cheap as breaking the lock. Ever since he took over my power, he can do anything he wants on the island as long as he wills it. Power, will. You're so fucking melodramatic. If it wasn't Monokuma, does that mean the robber was one of us? I'm not doubting one of my students or anything, but my important thing was definitely stolen. What's your important thing anyway? My treasure box. I don't think any of us would steal Monomi's treasure box. If someone did, why would they steal it in the first place? Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. If I come across it... Alright, that's enough questions. It's my turn to question you. Me? Why did you come to the amusement park? It's strange you're walking around alone. Something happened? Something did happen. Huh? I don't have time to waste at a place like this. I ask you an important question. Do you know where they are? Somewhere on Jabberwock Island, Nagito. Why, hello there, Monomi. Want to play with your big brother? Monokuma. Oh, there's an invitation. We've never played before. Come on, everyone's busy. You shouldn't interfere. Hurry up and come play with me. My ears. Please don't pull my ears. I'll let you students handle the rest. Do your best. He always interferes when we're discussing something important. I guess he really is monitoring us. Now's not the time to complain. I should get back to searching for the bombs. Shouldn't waste any more time. Well, that was an interesting change. I leapt out of Monomi house and returned to searching for the bombs. Damn it, I don't see the friggin' bombs anywhere. Nothing good will come from rushing. I should try looking elsewhere. Alright. Roller coaster and Funhouse are both places we've all been. We'll do Funhouse, then we'll do roller coaster. It's possible the bombs are inside this train. No use. No, that was a dumb conclusion. I was gonna say the inside of the Funhouse, but outright, we'll not do that. Let's see the friggin' bombs. Nothing good will come rushing. Look elsewhere. We've all been to the roller coaster. Every single one of us has been on the roller coaster. Together. There's the coaster. It's no use, there's nothing here either. Okay, we can use tab to determine if there's anything else here, and there isn't, so we're gonna withdraw. Alright, roller coaster's a no-go. Hajime, I found them. You found them? A shit ton of bombs piled on top of each other. I didn't expect to find actual freaking bombs. Where did you find them? In that stupid factory where the life-size Monokuma plushies are made. The plushie factory, got it. I'll tell Kazuichi and Akane. Can you tell Sonia and Chiaki? Yeah, sure. We'll meet in front of the bombs later. Meet in front of the bombs. What's gonna happen now that we'll be able to stop them? There's no point thinking about that right now. I need to tell Sonia and Chiaki about it. Sonia should be at the central island and Chiaki the third island. Center island. Alright, Sonia is the easiest to find, hopefully. Sonia should be here on the central island, but the only place on the island where bombs could probably be is Jabberwock Park. So she's probably searching there, right? Okay, Jabberwock. I mean, Jabberwock is my first guess too, right? That's weird, I don't see her anywhere. Hey, Sonia! I'm right here. Right here. Just kidding, it's only me. Hajime used call Sonia, but nothing happened. Cause she's already gone to a faraway place. What? Just kidding. If you're looking for Sonia, she was walking around near the military base. The one on the final island? Did she already hear about the bombs? Is that why she went to the final island? Even so, there's no reason for her to be at the military base. The bombs were found at the plushie factory. I don't really understand, but I'll head over there after I check Chiaki. Maybe she went to the base on her own without knowing anything about the bombs? She should be at the third island. Alright, let's go. So she's probably trying to do the smart thing, right? Or attempting to do something smart. I feel like the time has passed. Maybe she's trying to get into school the hard way anyway. Wait, the music venue? Is that... It's Chiaki! Alright. Then you... Ah! I passed her. Hello, Chiaki. Chiaki, we've been looking for you. Oh, what happened? Don't respond so slowly. It's the bombs. We found the bombs. Hurry over to the plushie factory. Are you listening? There's no time to space out. What? You're right. The bombs are bad, right? Gotta go to the plushie factory. I'll head over. At least be a little nervous. Even in a situation like this, she moves at a snail's pace. Alright, I should hurry over to the final island and meet up with Sonia at the military base. Do you think... Hold up. Do you think Chiaki's responses are slow because she's been brainwashed? And not that she naturally just responds slowly to, like molasses, to everything? You think that's a possibility? Hold up, let's check on our little pet. How's he doing? He is filled with despair. So, not that well. Let's try to cheer him up a bit. Have some non-alcoholic wine. Nobody could possibly like that other than a mini pet. He liked it. Alright, we'll give him more. I'm gonna try and max out the hope meter. So we're gonna shove wine down we're gonna shove non-alcoholic wine down this thing's throat. Do we have anything else we have like 6 copies of? Ubiquitous Handbook, okay. Falcor's Muffler. Yeah, that seems like something we can give out. I don't know who I would give it to in the first place, so we're just gonna keep giving it out. I mean, maybe it would go to, maybe at Gundam? Maybe. Let's max out the hope meter and see what happens if it maxes out on hope and then levels up. So we haven't done that yet, and I'm kind of interested to see what happens. Flash Suppressor? I don't even know who would want a Flash Suppressor. Gundam's already gone too, so... not an option. One more. I just realized now that that's actually a bunny. I wasn't sure what it was. Alright. It's actually like a baby rabbit. Alright, 5th island. 5th island's the last one, right? There we go. Last island. Before I go to the plushie factory, I need to meet with Sonia. Base is to the west, right? Okay, didn't see her on the way through, so she must be in the base. The tank's still there. Sonia, there she is. What's she doing in a place like this? I don't see any armaments gone. Nagito Komeata fan is here. Looks like we... Thanks for the follow, my friend. Let's, turns out someone likes Nagito. You know what? I don't mind Nagito. He's kind of fun. Kind of a fun character. Even if he's, like, putting everyone under a shit ton of pressure right now. It makes him somewhat interesting. Threatening to bomb the whole place. I like that Monokuma's going along with his crazy plan. I don't know if he's actually gonna blow the place up, but... It's a pretty cool idea. It means he's pushing everyone under pressure, and nobody wants to kill him or tie him up for some reason. I mean, I know he got out last time, but come on. Surely if you put a guard and... You wouldn't be able to do shit like move this stuff around and you could just find it. It looks like Sonia's digging around the back of that truck. What are you doing? Hajime, please don't startle me. My heart was gonna explode. Anyway, what are you doing here? Weren't you searching the central island? I was, but there's something I need to confirm here. Never mind for now, we found them. Oh, what did you find? The bombs, obviously they found the bombs in the plushie factory. Bombs are at the factory? Let's hurry over to the plushie factory, the others should be there too. What are you stalling for? If we don't hurry, it'll be too late. You're right, I understand. I'll make my way there shortly. Please go on without me. What? It's gonna be fine. I'll catch up with you soon. Got it. I'll start heading over. I don't know what Sonia wants to do, but there's no time to argue about it. I left Sonia and decided to go to the plushie factory first. We'll just leave her fishing around in the mountain of guns. Bombs. I mean, dude, it's a pause menu. Surely we don't run out of time in the pause menu. Why is she at the military base? We'll ask her later. Clearly this won't be relevant. Anyway, the bombs are the biggest priority. Hurry over to the plushie factory. Okay. Alright, how badly does this go? We're all rushing to the plushie factory. Well? Where's Sonia? I told her about the bombs. She wouldn't listen to me. She said she'd catch up with us later. Later? Why? You should know now's not the time for that, but... Can I go bring it? You really think there's time for that, you fucking dumbass? What are you doing? You're right, we need to stop the bombs first. Alright, let's go. How are we gonna disarm bombs? Does anyone actually know how to disarm bombs? We steal their nerves and charge into the factory. The first thing I noticed was the roaring engine of a nearby truck. That's not enough to destroy the entire island chain. What? That's enough to destroy maybe one island at best. A truck full of explosives is not going to destroy this massive island, as well as all neighboring islands that are connected by frigging bridges. At best, you'd burn the bridge down. Alright, the first thing we noticed was the roaring engine of a nearby truck. A truck, but why? Is Truck-kun gonna do a mass isekai? There's a truck parked in the middle of the factory. A lot of dangerous looking objects are loaded on the bed of the truck. Those things on top of the bed, is that it? I don't know how powerful they are, if they have enough power to blow up an entire island, but there's that many. They must be extremely powerful. Did he drive this truck and carry over all these bombs? Kazuichi, can't you disarm these bombs? You're good at that kind of stuff, right? I thought I could, but it looks like the engine's also acting as the detonator. Damn it, why's the engine still running? That's why the engine's running. The bombs are set so when the engine stops running, the insulator will blow off and trigger the bomb. I don't care how it's built. Can you disarm it or not? It's impossible. I don't have enough time. The main detonator was put inside this bulky metal box and welded shut. There's no way I can disarm it. I can't get that thing open. It's gonna take a long time. It's not good. I mean, it's almost. What if we use the tools of the military base? Yeah. We don't have time for that. Truck's entered the detonator. We can't. Can we stall for time for adding? Or can we stall for time for adding by adding gasoline? It's no use. The cap's been welding it on too. I'll drive the cap and it's truck gonna see. That's not gonna work because A, it's almost out of fuel, and B, if it gets unplugged, it explodes. You don't even have a driver's license. Wait, that's seriously the reason? You seriously gonna stop me? I thought your family was all about breaking the law. Even that's impossible. There's a chain wrapped around the wheel. Yeah, I guess if you wrap a chain around the axle, it could damage the vehicle. We can't disarm it, stall for time, or move the truck. There's nothing we can do. Check it out. What? There's some kind of machine on top of that metal box Kashuichi mentioned. What? Machine on top of the box? Oh, this. Looks like a card reader. Card reader? We can stall for a pet. It's important. It's important. We may not be dying in the next 5 seconds, and if we're not dying, we need to have that pet at maximum hope. Maybe we can disarm the bomb if we swipe the keycard. What? Wait, that might be possible. Nikito wouldn't be able to disarm these bombs if he didn't leave a way of doing that, right? Maybe he never planned to disarm them from the start. Then why have the machine there? No, I don't think that's it. Nikito's probably to make us do something here. What do you mean, something? Knowing Nikito, there's probably some kind of theme to this. I think. A theme. Okay, what's the theme gonna be? Pastor probably would do something messed up like that. We gotta find it. He's got a lot of voice lines. Nikito is trying to make us do something here. That's true. What's he trying to make us do this time? All the machines are stopped. More importantly, what's that there when I got here? These were here previously. Instead of Monokuma plushies, there's something else in front of me I can't stop staring at. What? Was that there the last time I came here? Yes, the basket was there. That laptop was not. Hello. There's a laptop on the floor on top of the stop conveyor belt. This wasn't here last time I came here, right? It looks suspicious. Might be good if we examine it thoroughly. Wonder if Minimaru is still constipated. He's probably got it sorted out by virtue of not having a digestive tract. You're right. As soon as I touched the laptop, some kind of program began running all of a sudden. And almost immediately, a video started playing. Ooh, that's interesting. What do we got? Hello, Nagito. Yeah. Why, hello, everyone. Great work. You finally found the bombs, huh? Believing in you was completely worth it. Nagito. Looks like a video message from Nagito. Video message. He's got something to say. You can say it to our faces. Hold on. For now, let's just watch this through to the end. You found the bombs. All you need to do is stop it. To tell you the truth, it's actually not that hard to do. You see, there's a card reader on top of the metal box. As long as you can scan an e-handbook, you'll disarm the bombs. Alright, if that's the case, just leave it to me. However, it won't work with any student handbook if you want to disarm that bomb. You have to use the Trader's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity, but I was a little annoyed they never came forward, so if things stay this way, it'll look like I lost, right? That's why I was thinking I should have another battle. So this is going to be your last chance, traitor. What are you going to do? Everyone's life depends on you. Whether you or not you save them is up to you. Now then, I wonder how this is going to end. Will the traitor's identity be revealed? And with that, the video ended. The Trader's Student Handbook. So that's it. This is also a trap to weed out the traitor. Is there seriously a traitor? If there is, they should come forward already. I mean, their life's in danger, you know? That's true, but... Why, I can start playing. We should do it one at a time. Good plan, Akane. This is the first thing I thought. It was like, First of all, nobody actually believes if he did not find the traitor. Nobody has any clue. Just have everyone scan it once. You find whoever Nagito thinks is the traitor, and you go, okay, he thinks you're the traitor. Move on with life. Like, we don't necessarily trust him. I mean, he's threatening to kill everyone and then made an assumption that the traitor even knew who they were, so... Let's see what we got. Don't be stupid. What if someone besides the traitor used their handbook? It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with an annoyed expression over his, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word. Took her handbook out of her pocket. And without hesitating, swiped the card reader. Looks like it was wrong. Oh, he doesn't think Chiaki's the traitor. Who's next? Good move, by the way. What are you doing? You're making a mistake. The bombs might blow up. But they didn't. Good call. That's just a fluke. Don't act so careless. He didn't say they'd explode if the wrong person scanned. Everyone scanned. Kazuichi, stop being a bitch. Take out your fucking notebook and scan. Well, I guess Chiaki's not the traitor. I don't think the traitor would have swiped their handbook right away like she did. So what are we gonna do? Who wants to try next? Like I said, don't act so careless. Swiping the wrong card might be safe. But only once, you know. You've already done it once. Why would he make it so that 2 wrong tries kills everyone? He didn't say that. Hey, what happened? Nothing. I might be overthinking it, but the engine somehow sounds... Just then Kazuichi's face turned pale and he rushed over to the truck. As he tilted his head towards the engine, he suddenly shouted, "It's out of gas!" What'd you say? What's gonna happen if there's no gas? I like how Kazuichi is stalling to not swipe his card as hard as humanly possible, making him really suspicious. He's like, I don't want to scan it because everyone will know I'm the traitor. I already told you it's gonna blow. Isn't it too soon? I mean, there's still time until noon. Nagito made his calculate. He's calculating. If you're gonna send us, please get your calculations right, goddammit. At least Monokuma knows how to keep it scheduled. Can't we do anything about it? Is there something we can do? They're sitting here talking. All they needed to do was have everyone scan. Can you believe this? They're like, oh my god, we might be dying in the next 5 literal seconds. What should we do? All we have to do is have everyone scan their cards one at a time. I guess we'll sit here and talk. Movie logic, right? You're like, 5 seconds till the bomb explodes. John, I need to tell you something. What is it, Jane? I love you. Oh, I love you too, Jane. 10 seconds of kissing. You're like, all right, we're at 2 minutes of movie time. They've confessed their love. Okay, now they can part. He's gonna run. The building's gonna explode behind him about a minute later, and you're like, okay, guys, this movie logic, guys. What do we have to do? Pray. Are you fucking serious? We should run. Those words we... Are you seeing this? With these words, we started sprinting away, and that's when it happened. It's alright. It's alright. It's not a bomb. What? All of a sudden, the inside of the factory began overflowing with dazzling light. What the hell is this? Looks like they're fireworks. Fireworks. While we stood there dumbfounded, the fireworks slowly decreased their intensity. And eventually... this means... It wasn't a bomb! Heck, I mean, Nagito said... Oh, it's just as I thought. As you thought. Everyone, look over there. The laptop. It looks like it's playing another video. Is it Nagito again? I can't freaking believe that they didn't just scan them all. How difficult was it to have every single person scan their card instead of fucking around for 2 minutes? We rushed off over to the laptop. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there's enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Exactly, I said it wasn't possible. Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. There's a problem, yeah. If he kills everyone, Monokuma kills him, right? So, he can't kill everyone. Anyway, so it's all... What was that bomb detonated at the hotel? Nikito went to the Octagon inside the funhouse, right? Is that where he got the bomb? It definitely wasn't strong enough to blow up an island. Nikito was lying about that. He's still watching us from somewhere? He's not. How the time is measured perfectly? The video is probably still playing. No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. That's pretty cunning. Why do you have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. That's the one thing I don't get. Let's think about that after we've watched the whole thing. You're right. So how'd it go? Did the traitor come forward? If I had to guess, well, I'd say they didn't, right? So then which is it? It'd make me very happy if you guys could tell me. I'll be at the warehouse next door waiting for your answer. From there, we'll compare our answers and I'll let you know who the traitor really is. See you later. So, the only thing we know is that Chiaki is not the traitor, as she scanned it and it didn't work. Pink Hair was completely unwilling to come forward and actually stopped everyone. In fact, if those were real bombs, he would have gotten every single person in the room killed. So, there's a good chance he's the traitor. Simply by the fact that he refused to scan and reveal himself as an apparent traitor. Because if you were even remotely intelligent, you would, even if you were the traitor, like, let's play this as the traitor. You go, okay, everyone scan one at a time. It doesn't really matter. He doesn't know Nagito doesn't know anything at all anyway. You all scan. You maybe say alphabetical order. So you're like, Akane, you're first. Akane scans. You go through an alphabetical order. The thing gets disarmed in 10 seconds. Everyone moves on with their lives. Real easy, right? But the fact that he's intentionally avoiding that means he's got something to hide and he thinks it'll actually throw shade on him if he's the guy, right? Like, let's think of this. If you're not the traitor, you have nothing to hide, and you just say, well, you'd say he's lying anyway, regardless of what Nagito says, so fuck it. May as well scan. If he thinks you're the traitor, you don't die. Great news. Because remember, they still thought it was the bomb that could destroy the island. So everyone should scan. If you're not, you have no reason to say no. If you are the traitor, you might be worried that he knows something. Like, the only way you'd be concerned is if you thought he actually knew something and knew that you were the traitor, right? Like, you don't, like, let's play like Among Us, or Werewolf, or Mafia. You don't actively refuse to cooperate with the group for literally no reason. Unless you're trolling, or you're, like, actually the traitor, and you're like, oh, I refuse to cooperate with our attempt to do this. Why? Oh, I don't want to. Like, what? Like, oh, well, if we do it, it'll get us all killed. And you're like, okay, please explain how. Like, whatever. The warehouse next door? Yeah. That's where Nagito is. So make sure to beat the crap out of him. I mean, we only got a little bit of information, but we got Kazuichi Soda's reaction, which he's going to find very interesting, I guess. Great job, Nagito, by the way. I really liked his bluff. I personally went, I don't think it's possible he'd blow up the island. Like, the island would have to be one of the biggest bombs ever, or like a literal nuke. And I didn't see anything that big. I didn't see like a nuclear missile on the island, or even like, well, maybe there's like a briefcase nuke or something, but I don't actually know the yield of briefcase nukes, so I wouldn't know if they could actually take out the whole island chain. But yeah, seeing a truck filled with explosives, I know for a fact that wouldn't destroy it, as a literal shipping boat, a literal freighter filled with explosives only destroys most of it, only destroys like half a city. So, only destroys like a kilometer radius, so you need a fuck ton more explosives. Alright, I'll deliver the final blow and smash his head in with a wrench. Oh, what do you say? Guys can't just beat the shit out of him. Why are you so mad? That was a great troll. You guys totally flip your lids. Thanks, Chiaki, for being semi-competent. Holy shit. Now's not the time to be calm. We need to stop them. You're right. Let's make haste. Why would we care? I'm gonna be honest. If one of them flips the fuck out and beats the shit out of him, killing him, doesn't that work well for us because we get off the island faster? Like, we could probably stop them to stop him from killing him, but honestly, I don't care what they do. If they want to do that, it's just their fucking snacks, right? Alright, let's go next door. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna beat the crap out of him. I totally know how you feel, but calm down. Everyone's feet came to a grinding halt. Their red, angry faces transformed into a look of caution. Akane, what is it? Can you hear something? It's coming from the other side of this door. The other side of the door? As I listened carefully, I could make out a soft sound coming from inside the warehouse. Music? What's he planning? Is this another of Nagito's traps? Huh? Maybe the moment we open the door, a real bomb's gonna go kaboom. Let's open it up and find out. Please don't, Akane, it's dangerous. Remember, if he kills more than 2 people, he can't kill more than 2 people. It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door of the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening. I think blocking the door can hardly open. Knew it's a trap. Just stop, okay? Did I tell you it'd be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened? Open it slowly. Akane ignored the process. With a mighty click, the door flew open. It's gonna blow up. Why? Instinctively, we tensed our bodies and braced ourselves, but... What's this? What happened? Look inside. It sure is dark. Looks like there aren't any lights on. Is Nagito really in here? Where's Sonia, by the way? Sonia is not pictured here. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Then the darkness, a loud hymnal blared through the warehouse at full volume. Hey, you guys hear something? It's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? As on cue, it suddenly started. Huh? It's on fire. A fearsome blaze began dancing alongside the dark warehouse like fiery wings spreading before us. What's going on? Extinguish the flames. Hurry and put them out. Really? We're gonna put out the fire now? How are we supposed to put the fire out? There should be fire extinguisher supplies inside the factory break room. Perhaps we can use those. Let's head to the break room. After listening to Sonia, we ran into the factory. Sonia seems to be well in control of this whole situation, by the way. Just pointing that out. What's she got to say? The break room's just beyond this door. There should be fire extinguisher supplies in here. The room we never went in? The break room's here, right? We were not allowed in the break room, right? Where are the fire extinguisher supplies? I'm gonna... Oh no, nothing else I can click on, sorry. I was gonna stall. A huge supply of lined up plastic bottles. Look like there's some kind of liquid in them. You found it! Those are fire grenades. Fire grenades? They're basic fire extinguishing goods. When you throw them at a fire, the container breaks and the chemical inside puts out the fire. It's strange. Last time I picked this place, I recall seeing other supplies too. Should be play. Let's hurry up and go back to the warehouse. We all grabbed all the fire grenades and rushed back to the warehouse. Interesting. Some of the supplies are missing, which means Nagito probably took them and gave us a limited amount, maybe? We grabbed the fire grenades and rushed to the warehouse. Either that or he's already dead. There's a non-zero chance Nagito is dead and we're putting out the fire. Make sure you don't get too close to the fire. It's dangerous. Care not to inhale the smoke as well. We should throw the grenades from the door at the same time. Looks like the curtain in the back is burning up. I have to aim for that, right? Alright, let's go. We aimed for the curtain in the back and threw all the grenades one after the other, but... Is it just me or does it feel like the fire's not going at all? The curtain absorbed the impact of the thrown grenades, which fell on the floor and shattered. They were completely ineffective at extinguishing the burning curtain. Does it not feel like the fire's intensifying? If the fire continues to rise, it will inflame the ceiling. This is bad. We already used up all the fire grenades. How many grenades did you throw? There was like 20 and you all threw one. What are we gonna do? All we can do is pray for rain. Don't be stupid. There's no way it'll conveniently start raining if we pray for it. No way. The sprinklers. Seriously. There should be an automatic extinguishing system in every, anyway. Yeah, once there's enough smoke, the fire alarm should go off. So this is the Japanese territory bozo. It's not, it looks like the sprinklers activated. Yeah, the ones that are inside like every hotel room, every single factory. Yeah, the sprinklers, they must have detected the smoke and turned on. Water continued to vigorously pour out of the sprinklers. And the fire dies. And after a while, the fire in the warehouse was completely extinguished. Time to find out if Nagito's dead here, or if there was just another setup for us. Looks like there's a phone setup on the right there, right? Like below the camera? Or below the, not the camera, the, below the monitor. It looks like the fire's there. The hell? The hell? My merch is drenched. It got splattered with water and it's so wet. Look, is it okay to look inside here? Time out. You can't. No way. Why can't we go inside? Smoke and hazardous gas are still spread throughout the warehouse. It's got to ventilate for a while. Wait, why does he care about our health and safety like this? Well, I guess you're right. It'd be a problem if we breathed in any lingering smoke. So for the sake of your health, please wait for just a little while. While you're waiting, why don't you check out the Monokuma Theater? I've freshly prepared. Oh boy. Okay. What do you got for me, Monokuma? Everything is a lie. Monokuma doesn't exist. Monokuma doesn't exist. The Monokuma Theater doesn't exist. Everything is fiction. There's no meaning whatsoever. There's no relationship whatsoever. Everything was made. Monokuma can't be found anywhere. What are you doing here anyway? Waiting, apparently. Now that the Monokuma Theater's over, I'm sure it's finished ventilating by now. I'm also starting to feel better. My important merch, just because my important merch was ruined, doesn't mean I should be depressed about it forever. Whenever I feel depressed, I ask myself this simple question. Why are your eyes on the front? So we can move forward, don't be sad about what's already happened, and be positive. Why is Monokuma inspiring us with a hopeful speech when he's supposed to be inspiring despair? We get it already. Enough of your bullshit. Alright, I leave the rest to you guys. As I turned on the light. I turned on the light for you guys too. You might hurt yourself if it's dark. No, go ahead, right ahead. Can you go inside? He said he was in his video message. Probably escaped by now. So much fire and smoke, and I thought I'd finally get to beat the crap out of him this time. Why don't we go inside and see how it's doing? What happened? Nothing happened, but I don't know why. My heart is racing. It won't settle down. I'm scared, as if an intense malice is about to stab me through my whole body, and I can't even budge. It feels everything was too late. Why do I feel this anxious? Oh boy, are we coming on Nagito's body? Stumbling on Nagito's body? Anyway, let's go inside. A charred odor permeated through the warehouse, and the air was so heavy it was hard to breathe. The moment I set foot inside the warehouse, a mixture of bewilderment, anxiety, and fear overtook me at once. Something smells. It's not me. I'm terribly sorry. Miss Sonia, say it ain't so. No, not that. It's a smell I never smelled before. That makes sense. There's strange smells when a bunch of things were burned. Everyone, did you know about that curtain? You mean the curtain that was on fire, right? What do you mean, no? I didn't notice it until the curtain was born, but there's space on the other side of it, too. When I looked where Chiaki was pointing, there was still space beyond the burned, tattered curtain. Literally can't interact with this. Alright, no choice. Back at the warehouse we go. I walked towards the burned, tattered curtain with slow, methodical steps. I assume the iPhone was what was playing the hymnal music, or whatever it was. I'd never experienced such an oppressive atmosphere before, and I couldn't help hold my breath. And then on the other side of the curtain, I saw the true source of the intense malice I'd been feeling. 3, 2, 1, body? had no idea what I was looking at. By the time I realized I was looking at the remains of Nagito Komayata, the ultimate lucky student. Time had already stopped. I mean, I did call body, right? Like, he's super dead. Sadness for you. Rest in peace, Nagito Komayata. I liked his plot, honestly. It's a little bit too bad he had to die here. I liked his idea, though. He's, like, trying to put you under pressure. He's trying to force you to scan, so now I can be suspicious of Soda, but it's hard to tell. Soda is like the Yasuhiro of this game, where he's a complete fucking idiot. Like, Akane's like, you know, a dumb musclehead, and then he's like, 90% of the time, he's actually, like, actively I guess he wasn't lucky. Yeah. I don't know, it's like, I wanna slap... It's like, I wanna think Soda's the traitor, because he refused to scan his keycard. But... A, it doesn't really matter, because we have a murder investigation to do now, and B, like... what was I gonna say? Like, he's the idiot, so it's hard to tell if he's not just being, like, an idiot and screwing with you, right? Like, he's too stupid to actually do something intelligent. It's like, unless he's attached to machines, he says a lot of really stupid shit, so... Oh, we'll see. Eventually, the shock finally registered with me. A numb feeling spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. Nagito is dead. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality. See, it's like a very Yasuhiro reaction to say this. Even if he was the killer, it'd be so hard to tell. What's going on here? Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is he? It's Nagito, you know? That's right, it's Nagito. Hold up. I'm looking up. There's a blood splatter on the ceiling. There's a blood splatter on that crossbar. That's interesting. There's no way the spear got thrown at him. There's no way he got ran through with the spear and the blood shot out that high. He's always messes with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why. So clearly we got a murder. It's not even... I'm just curious how the blood got up there in the first place. Maybe he was up top. And the torture was post-mortem? I can't believe it. Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. Is it possible the torture was post-mortem? Nagito is dead. Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected I'd be looking at his body like this. Dude, I'd expect to be looking at the bodies of half my friends or be dying horribly myself in one of these games. Nagito thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. On this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape that truth. Even something as small as that. Hey look, it's the announcement for us finding the body. Seems like the Komayata fan came in at the exact wrong time, just to see his buddy die. It's okay, we'll avenge him. His joke was actually really good, I liked that. I really liked his setup to try and pressure the traitor to come out. Body has been discovered. Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin. By discovery announcement, then. It's for real. Kito really is dead. He's been run through with what looks like to be a makeshift spear. He is super dead. It's not that he's dead. The body discovery announcement was made. Does that mean Nagito was killed? Killed? Yeah. It's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? It's probably not Soda because he's too much of a bitch again. One of us killed Nagito? One of us killed him so brutally? Again. It's gonna start again? Let's start. No? The class trial is going to start soon, right? Then Yep, we gotta do it. We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is. No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave the island, right? Then the time for action is now. Allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma file. Oh, what? Don't get in my way like that. I was about to whip out the Monokuma file. It's such a cool way. I can't stand this anymore. How much longer are you keep putting them through this? Until there's one left or they get away? No more, I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions. Say something. Oh, I remember who you are. You're Monami. Did you just notice? Anyway, Monami, if you're going to talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? Huh? What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone wants to know too, you know? What? No fair? You're shutting up now too. Enough. We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please don't say anything that will confuse us. Anyway, again. Man, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? Yep, no choice but to do it, right? It's our fault. We couldn't even prevent it. I know that's the only way we can survive, right? So let's think about it. Who was in this region? Fuyuhiko was solo in this region for a fact. We know that because he was exploring the island and found the bombs. However, he probably went and told 2 other people. We have like no alibis for like anybody. I guess we have an alibi for Chiaki, sort of, in that she wasn't on the island, but we don't know how old the body is. If the body is more than like 15 minutes old, if the body is more than 15 minutes plus the fire time old, then who could we eliminate other than ourselves? Not really anybody. Anybody could have murdered him and then went back, right? If they knew he was here. That said, the people who knew he was here, or would have had opportunities, seem to be, the most likely suspect would be Fuyuhiko, because he had the most time on this island. But, I mean, that seems really easy to guess. Plus, you know, he's also a mafia guy, so torturing seems fine. But he also wasn't really, like, okay with her beating him for information earlier, so maybe he's a little more lawful than we think. He hasn't actually done anything illegal, right? He's just been like an edgy kid. It looks like your kids are way more well-behaved than Monami. We're tired of this, dude. Yeah. So I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time. Oh, does that mean you're getting bored of this school trip? Don't worry, the end is near. The end? Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've noticed it, right? The meaning behind the Monokuma timer? I guess there's 2 days left, huh? When that timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what's gonna happen to us? Huh? The killing school trip will be over. If this will finally be over, does that mean we can go home? Don't count your bears before they're hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right? So, once again, the Monokuma file. You need to figure out who Nagito's killer is and survive the last trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterword at all. Alright, do your best. Ooh, hold on. I won't let you skip this time. Wait right here. What do you guys think? The school trip's nearly ended. It's time to think we can go home, right? Kazuichi, I understand how you feel. We need to focus on Nagito's case first. We can go home. If the end for us, we screw up here. Let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case. We can all go back home. It's nice to think everyone can go home, but that's impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito? There's a killer among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. It was true in the previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagito? Because his death was abnormally cruel? No, not just that. There was something more to it than that, and whatever it was stuck inside me. First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. Is it possible this was the suicide? That would be just like him, to like make a fucking mess and commit suicide. Victim is Nagito Komayata, rest in peace. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. You're like 90% suicide. Alright, the estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Okay. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. Is it possible he tied himself up or got someone to tie himself up so he could kill himself? What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. There's something wrong with the Monokuma file? Again? What's wrong with it? Time of death is there. Not only is there a spear in his stomach, there's multiple wounds. It doesn't say cause of death, right? It says estimated time. Who it is. Furthermore, there's a lot of strings left. It doesn't say what the cause of death is. It's probably the spear, right? It's definitely weird. Guess I'll find out by the ground. That's what the investigation's for. Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. We'll discuss it later, right? What's our only chance to investigate? We should investigate first. We don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. I suppose you're right. Let's start with the area surrounding his body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers much. Thanks to that, I can investigate the body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Man, you keep saying things like that, and I keep thinking, the game's trying to point me away from suicide really hard. Monokuma file add to my truth bullets. Alright. I can't look at the blood stain up there. That's curious. Okay. Monokuma plushie. Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming from his stomach. Wait, hey. No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead. Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factories? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too. Don't put oversized garbage there, it's so misleading. What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Why'd he do this? Making a hole like he got stabbed and going through the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something? I had nothing to do with that. Oh. He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. Just die like a plushie over there. Seem more pissed than usual these days. Monomi, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know? Who can real threats? I'll fight you to the very end. I'll definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma. Looks like those annoyances are gone. Alright. If it wasn't Monokuma, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? Is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Alright, we have a Monokuma plushie covered in blood. Interesting, okay. What else do we have down here? The fire grenades were rendered ineffective, right? Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles, remnants of plastic scattered all over the place. This is probably... those fire grenades that were used to put out the fire. Yep. They weren't actually that useful in the end. You'd have thought they would have actually done something. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nonetheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Ah, this. An oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It looks like the fire did extensive damage here. The oil lighter was placed here. An oil lighter? Someone probably wanted to keep warm. Yes. It's the most foolish thought. That's clearly the cause of the fire. Oil lighters continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. Yeah, exactly. Using that, the curtain was set on fire. The oil lighter, huh? You think the killer set up some sort of trick with it? The killer probably planned to destroy the evidence by setting its warehouse on fire. They caused a fire to destroy evidence? It's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... There's the oil lighter. Yep. Alright, we'll look at the body next. I never expected Nagito to die like it. Stop saying that. He's always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. Even so, dying like this is just too cruel. You bet a few fire grenades are there to stop the fire burning Nagito? And those are the missing ones? You think we're gonna look around and find them? Interesting. I think it's possible. He wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. Yeah, Nagito is pretty fucking useful. Everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by it again. We'll never be saved by him again. Now's not the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. Let's have a look. Right now I need to investigate everything about him. His body that catches my eye. Alright. His feet. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie him up but also stab his legs? Why would the killer do that? Stabs and not slashes? Stabs and not slashes? Why? Anyway, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture? I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him in the chest, right? He disregarded the spear in his chest. The other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him. That's okay, so what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor? Even if this was torture, there's no doubt the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. Yeah, okay. Even if they held a grudge, would they really have gone this far? I feel like killing him was unnecessary. Torture remains added to the truth bullets section of the notebook. Let's look at the knife wound on the burnt rope here. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? But that's weird. The rope burned off like this. Ah, as I thought. Interesting. I want to look at that blood pattern. There is blood? I just want to look at the blood. I was gonna... Didn't Akane say something at her? Yeah, she did. Might be Akane, Xenon. It might be Akane. I want to point out, like, there's blood going up his arm, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe splatter from the chest wound, but there's no splatter on the ground that reaches that far. Interesting. I feel like it'd be pretty hard to say he killed himself with all those injuries, but it's possible. It's possible the fourth round wasn't tied up. That's why the knife staked in his hand, right? Like, if we think about it, maybe the knife staked in his hand? But how would he have done that? I imagine he could tie up 3 of his limbs, and the 4th limb might not be tied, but it's fake? We'll see. Why are Nagito's clothes so completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Good question. Burned rope added to the truth bullets. Knife. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? Knife must be from the military base. Military base? Yeah, you mentioned it. Looks like a survival knife. By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by the same knife. It means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand. So, I want to just think about this. The injuries on Nagito's body can all be caused by someone using a knife in their right hand. So, let's see. You cut yourself on your right leg, you cut yourself on your left leg, you cut yourself on your left arm. And then you, like, somehow impale your hand on the knife and spread out your right arm, waiting for the spear to fall. I guess your right arm might twitch, but I don't know how you'd, like... I guess you could use, like, a slip knot of... a knot of some sort to pull it tight. And expect the rope to burn away so they can't tell that you tied yourself up, maybe? We'll see. Suicide's definitely still kind of an option. Nagito's crazy enough to actually try suicide, so... We'll see. They stabbed the knife through his right hand. And they finished him off with a spear. How cruel. I mean, the killer went through the trouble of using 2 weapons, a knife and a spear? They could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Exactly. Why did they use a spear at all? Very suspicious. Definitely strange. Is there a reason they had to use it? Again, suicide. Reason they had to use the spear. Survival knife added to the 3 bullets. Left hand. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. Probably the reason the wound in his left arm doesn't look too deep compared to the other wounds. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere. Something strange. Strange? Like what? Look at the palm of his left hand. I think the blood is from where his left arm was sliced, but the blood splatter looks strange. Cuts off right in the middle of his palm. It's almost like he was holding on to something. It definitely cuts off. And it's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. That is like the worst splatter pattern ever. She's right. I would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. What? You're right. Why is it only on this part? It's just like I said. It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, you win. It's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like that? Again, holding the knife and stabbing yourself is looking more and more likely. But we'll see. Blood on the left hand, add to the 3 bullets. Thank you. We already did feet. Face. Let's see face. He must have been in great pain. He had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape to keep him from screaming for help, perhaps? A horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. The good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise they wouldn't be able to look to him. Excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me, squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing? It'll be fine, I'll put it back right away. What's up? Don't investigate here. Yeah. Putting the tape back into the edge of you ungrateful swine, you're gonna get cursed! Ah, the blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. That's the case. It's no use, he's not listening. Put the blood splatter on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. Yep, she's right. There's no blood under the duct tape, and there's no blood on the backside of the duct tape. Which means the duct tape was on first. Well, what's wrong with that? His duct tape has crinkles, like it was moving toward the inside of his mouth. Right? Sticking towards the inside of his mouth. He was probably desperately moving his mouth out of the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? It means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got the fucking wound, so he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. What's wrong with that? Is there something we need to worry about? I don't get it. Just put the duct tape back under his mouth already. His mouth already. You're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Duct tape added to the 3 bullets section of your handbook. And our last thing, the spear. A spear with a flashy ornament. is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. No around it. That looks like the fatal wound. Oh, what's this? It's such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. Use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the Spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely care about that one right now. By the way, I want to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it in Mizumi Castle. What? Mizumi Castle? I was designed to be afraid of mice. I can't go in there. Damn you, mice. Damn you all to hell. I'd like to take the duct tape off to piss off Soda too. Not as bad as the fingernails? Yeah, okay. Damn you, mice. Damn all of you. I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside the castle. More importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming up from the handle. It looks like that part has blood on it too. For some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it though. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently the spear is from Mizumi Castle. Good night, BB. It might be better if I confirm that later. Spear of Gungnir added to the truth bullets. I guess I'm done with the area immediately surrounding his body. Fair enough. Yeah, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Someone's got to do it. I'm even surprised at myself. Does that mean I'm used to it? Dude, like someone's got to fucking do this. Just accept it. My classmate's dead body is right in front of me. Mona Pierce is the killer responsible. I have to investigate his death. Talking about the... I don't understand. Hajime is acting like this is the first time he's seen someone brutally murdered. Like this is like it's his first victim. It's like we've seen like 10 victims. Get over it, buddy. I mean, I'm becoming abnormal soon. Alright, so there's nothing else left to look at. Let's move on from the body. I can't look elsewhere yet. Alright, we'll start with left first. Ooh, Akane. I didn't even see her. Whoops. I'm not freaking about the catch like Katsuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. The Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? This rotten school trip's gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Care for me to the end. Does that mean you don't think that's gonna happen? I think the thing in the center is a bomb, right? Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends. What do you mean something? It's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that? I don't know. This is Monokuma we're talking about, you know. There's no way he ends smoothly with a countdown. Anyway. Like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. So now, let's, for now, focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after the trial. After the trial, guys. Nagito coming at him. Not a fan of Nagito, I take it? I know. Don't bring up the strange stuff like that. I liked his job. I like this. I like this prank. I'm trying to figure out if this is part of his strat. His strat to mess with us super hard. It mattered for Guns killing and for Mikami. It looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. It doesn't matter. The time. It looks like the time doesn't matter. It was very clearly written from the Monokuma that the time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what are we doing at this time? What are we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. That means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. That recently? Totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. It happened 30 minutes ago. Was it around the time we were struggling with bombs? Yep. You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to go explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. This could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have used an automatic setup. The crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bomb suspicious. That's literally everybody. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. Alright, thanks Akane for stating the obvious and kind of just pointing us towards an automatic setup. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange with it? There's literally blood splatters on the ceiling. How are you not noticing that? About the sprinkler. What about the sprinkler, Chiaki? It's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire. You can see the girder right next to it, right? There. Can you see that red streak? I like how they call it a red streak. It's clearly pink. Thank you for finally putting it. You're right, I definitely see it. Look like a small red line on the ceiling girder. Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. Oh, I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood on the girder added to the truth bullets. Perfect. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope, covering him with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason? Looks like I'd better investigate other areas to find that out. Alright, I'll investigate other areas inside the warehouse first. I can't talk to these guys. I almost killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre, I can't do anything except laugh. Everyone in the game is colorblind, apparently. Only if I won't go home, nothing would make me happier. We should finish the class trial, and we can think about what will happen after. Alright. We aren't missing anything. And the game obviously told us we'd gotten everything from the region. So, we got more Monokuma panels. There's a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? Maybe. Why are they scattered like this? Last time they were here, they should have been neatly put away, yeah? Someone clearly put them here. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? What? Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? Maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... Ah, like dominoes. I'm with you, Chiaki. That makes a lot of sense. It's fine. I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Those words she brushed over and really slowly opened it. Clatter, 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 clatter. It's not opening. Something's blocking the door. I can barely open it. Yeah, we know. She kicked it open. I tell you, it's fine. It's got his limo force. What happened to opening it slowly? Kinda ignore the post. With a mighty kick, she kicked the door open. Yep, we know that. Could it be? Was that it? There's something else I've been wondering. The Monokuma panels are tipped over starting at the entrance to the back, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly. Isn't this clearly strange? Strange, that means we can speculate this was done intentionally, yes. The Monokuma panels dominoes. Yep. Pretty straightforward. This is the back, right? Okay, MP3 player, this is what's playing the music. This is an MP3 player, even a speaker plugged in. So, let's think about this. If there's a killer, even if there isn't, we should think about this. This music there hides the sound of any activity from behind the curtain. Just pointing that out. It's there to either mask his voice, Nagito's voice. It's probably there to mask Nagito's voice or any movement nearby. This is an MP3 player, there's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is it here? Looks like that weird music was played from there. You know, well, the music was blared when the fire started. You're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistake, that music was played from the MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? Hiding himself. It's fine. I understand why the MP3 player was playing. It was added to the truth bullet section of my handbook. Is there nothing else that's suspicious here? I don't think there's anything too crazy here. Tons of books. Tons of CDs. These probably aren't touched. We'll click them, but we don't think there'll be anything. Tons of books containing poetry and photos, completely soaked. We can't turn the pages, but we're not missing much. Alright, tons of CDs, probably irrelevant. All CDs, copies of Monokuma's music. They should have been burned too. Oh, we're not done here, apparently. Let's go through everyone. Chiaki. Looks like the side's completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if it was important clue, we might not be able to notice it. It's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. At least we were able to put out the fire, right? There was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades. If we did, we would have been caught up in the sprinkers to become all wet and soggy. Sonia's all wet. She's drenched and soggy. You were thinking that, right? I wasn't thinking that. Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime. You're screwing with me? He's denying it. He's denying it so fervently. He thinks the man doth protest too much. Oh my, screwing, how lewd. Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second. Told you. Kazuichi, you should just keep your mouth shut already. Look, the man's trying to dig his way to China. Let him dig. Well, even though I said I was gonna freaking kill him, there's no way it actually done it. I was just upset, you know? Uh-huh. Think about the countdown after we leave the class trial. Yep. Sonia, what's up? Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse, which reminds me there's something I need to ask her. Now that we're pretty much done investigating the body, it's time to talk to her. Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded. Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It's alright, it's not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? There were a shit ton of fireworks and there were at the military base and they're all missing. Oh, well. It's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching for the Central Island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. What were you... Where were you and what were you doing? She was thinking that they were the fireworks. I think that's the case. Oh, my. What? Suspect me? It's a misunderstanding. I'm not the killer. Jesus shit, you son of a bitch. Sonia? Sonia's crying. I don't like this. I'm terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh? At first I was worried someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. But I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them? Had I suspected the bombs had disappeared? I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. Because you were searching for them, you were late when we gathered? Because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How'd you find out the bombs at the base were fake? I attempted to use one of them. Oh? I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. I thought I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. look at Monomi in the left, bottom left Monomi, just cowering behind a couple vines. The plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real, it was merely a fireworks display. I see, that's why you're the only one who the bombs at the military base were fake. I did, as did Monomi as well. She was secretly peeking at the bomb. Monomi! Wasting 2 days of our time. You bitch. Those bombs were the same that disappeared. It means Nagito took all of them. Which is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. The bomb was real. I couldn't stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. The problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything. There should be no reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Thanks, Sonia. Sonia's accounts with answer triplets. If I can guess what you were doing before you say what you're doing, it's a pretty good alibi, right? Alright, I've pretty much finished looking for clues in the warehouse. I was able to find clues, but there's so many things I don't understand yet. You look worried. Yeah, I am. At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places? Yeah, obviously. You might be right, there are several things I've been wondering about besides this crime scene. The military base, the plushie factory, Nezumi Castle, and Nagito's room. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. Pretty sure the others have already finished investigating. You guys, you about time we leave this place to try exploring the other areas as well? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her. I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we have the same idea. Is it safe? There won't be anyone guarding the crime scene. We don't have a choice there. Aren't enough of us? Besides, we investigate all we can here. I guess you're right. Looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece the incident together. We need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas, we'll have to give up completely. You don't need to say that. It's okay if we leave this place. It's okay. Alright, let's leave this place. We need to find a little bit more information. There's no time for us to stand around. We need to figure out what the fuck's going on. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find the killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Let's stop mucking about. Stop mucking about and get searching. Alright, factory. It's closest, so we'll search there first. It's probably going to be a bunch of bullets because we gotta do the explosions and all that shit. Explosives and all that shit. Alright, truck. Truck code. I wasn't isekai'd, I'm disappointed. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck are actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing particular. Catches my eye. Alright. Oh, the truck again? Yeah, we're not clicking the truck. No, I don't want to click the truck. I want the other thing. Where's the other thing that was there? Okay. Manufacturing equipment. No machine shop for now. Nope. Okay. Laptop. That should be evidence. Reminds me, we saw the video messages. Still watching. He's not been howdy time his message so perfectly. It looked like the video was set to play after the explosion by wireless signal. Yep. Why do you have to use a video message? Again, it was all set up remotely. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means the video was recorded in advance. Besides the video, there might be data on the laptop to be used as a clue. I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's locked and there's no way I can examine it. If it's locked, there might be something inside. Maybe we're overthinking that. Alright. Basket, probably useless. Life-size Monokuma plushies crammed in an enormous basket. No other clues. You find anything? I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you'd normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me. The bomb that went off the lobby might have been set up here. What? Had the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group is forcing us to kill each other with devices like that? A plushie bomb is an act of terror. A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism. Let's rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we mess with it? Either way, it's all gravy. What? All gravy? What the hell? Stop. There's no bomb. You'll know if you're just picking up. See, all you'll feel is the soft weight of cotton. You're right. Where did you get to obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. You should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. I feel a relief. If the bomb wasn't from the base of this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon. I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try that. Did I say something I shouldn't have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Alright, the plushies. We're pretty safe. It's not your fault, don't worry about it, Sonia. Break room it is. The break room's on the other side of the door. It's where we obtained the fire grenades. Anything inside? Nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. It literally doesn't let us in. Interesting, okay. I guess it's time to withdraw. I think we're done in the plushie factory. That was about all we could have gotten from there. Outside, please. Alright. Where else did we want to check? Did we have anywhere else on this island? The military base, right? Jabberwock Army. I assume we're just validating everything we've been told. I'm still disappointed we didn't get the tank blowing open the vault door, but it is what it is. Alright, trucks. When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty, nothing here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sony was telling the truth. The bombs have disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. You saw a dead mouse on your way to school today? That's unusual. Did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible he thought they were the real thing. No, he said as much in his video message. Were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there's enough bombs to blow an entire island? If there were a galaxy, we would never do it. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he could to weed out the traitor. Is that really it? Did he only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his action. Another truck. He has a supply of guns and firearms. Ah, found it. What'd you find? Oh, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife. Wait, that's the same model of knife used to kill him? Yep, the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Which means the killer obtained the knife here. The killer summoned to visit the military base at least once. That's everyone. Literally everybody. Not me, this is the first time I've been here. That sounds... Keep that in mind, he just said it was the first time he's been to the military base. The ultimate mechanic who would definitely never want to look at an Apache or like whatever the fuck this tank is. Like he wouldn't want to look at any of this tech. He's lying, right? He's clearly lying. Alright, the tank is a tank, it's probably untouched. The bombs were fake, this might be fake, but I'm not brave enough to check for myself. Damn, it's a dangerous place. This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, you gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say, but there's no one on the island who can do that. Actually, the more pressing concern is the rain's gonna ruin them. These should all be inside the hangar when it rains, for when it rains. Anyway. Anything else Kazuichi gotta say? No, he's just whining. He's got no evidence, no bullets. Nothing for us, really. Other than confirmation of shit we already knew. Let's head back. Back to Jabberwock Island. Funhouse, roller coaster, Nezumi Castle. I wonder how our little pet's doing. I'm gonna check on it right now. How is our pet doing? It's at max hope. It's called Chibimi, but that's about it. Usual camera, monitor, and the entrance. And there's no way they're not aware that people went inside this. They have a camera watching the entrance. Alright. As you can see, there is a missing spear. A spear with a flashy ornament is hanging from the wall. Spear is definitely it, right? Yep, and we're missing one. What a coincidence. As I thought, it looks like the spear that killed Nagito. It's the same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it. Looks like one of the spears in the wall is missing. Yep, pretty obvious. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use that spear and a knife? Could have just killed him with a knife, it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this unnecessary cord thing would be easy to use. Is it a magnet? Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. Still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel closer to truth. Probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling I've never felt before, as if Nagito is trying to make us suffer even after he's died. Hint, hint. Maybe? Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find a clue. Alright, let's go. I want to talk to Fuyuhiko, though. Okay. He's just saying the same dialogue. Maybe the spear was used for torture too? Torture, huh? Again. Now that he's dead, are we unable to get the password? We should deal with it later. Investigating the case first. Now, let me in! I know the password! God damn it! We still haven't been able to try the password. Oh well. Alright, leave here. We're going back to island numero uno. Almost went too far. Alright, no fun at the fun house. 3. Jabberwock. Nope. 2. Nope. Welcome back to our favorite island. The home island. I went the wrong way again, didn't I? Yep. I swear I always go the wrong way on that on this island. It's like I always go right on this island and I'm supposed to go left. Find half the stuff I want. Nagito. Soda. Looks like it's this one. What's up, Chiaki? Oh, Hachime. Oh my, you want to go inside Nagito's room too? I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs to put the glass down. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that. But then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door. Fine, fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right? Now then. Vamos. I opened the door. You can freely investigate it. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why is the door open with a spell like that? The cottage key is computerized? Good thought. More important, let's go inside now. The door's open. You're right. There's Monomi's box, as we predict. There's Monomi's box. Nagito was living in here. What was he thinking in this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in it? Can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. He's got a fridge, man. Damn, guy's lucky. We don't get a fridge. No matter how much I think about it, I don't understand him at all. I don't understand if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these last few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue might be hidden here as well. Alright, so we have the obvious suspicious box. Anything sketchy on the bookshelf? Hello, Monokuma. There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there's random crap on the shelf. It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly look through that stuff. Let's just leave it for later. Yeah, sure. Sweaty Monokuma. Alright, that's our Monokuma collection complete. I think. Shower room. Since it's structured like my room, the shower's there. There's no clues. Yep. Alright, we'll do the obvious. Click the box. A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Could this be? Let me know if you find my treasure. It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. A treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this? It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. It looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would he steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside. Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be a clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place, right? I turned back toward the box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside there was a notebook. Usami General Purpose Notebook. Grade class number name. This is it. Why is a notebook inside the box? Like it's something important. I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1 was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Bikyu is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. Is this a diary? A diary? Looks like it. Monomi records? Probably. These pictures and entries would totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, 4, 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looked like there aren't any clues here. And when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because nobody believes him. What? Hajime, did something happen? It's nothing. Stop! Don't look at my notebook! Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monomi appeared and took the notebook out of my hand. I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. That was close, but coming here later, you would have seen the inside of the notebook. Fortunately, you were a little too late. But if the notebook is here, the Kido was the thief? Betrayed! I was betrayed by a beloved student! The notebook is pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. That's right. This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written. Hey, you're a liar. Oh, you always show me to know. Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write. What? What are you saying? I can write lips easily. I can write the letter B. No, you can't. You have no fingers on your hands. See? Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way too. Are you mad? Are you angry I exposed a weakling like you? So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me. What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle the twins is getting closer every second. I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? What? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? Monomi is sweating anxiously. If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, how do I put this? Excuse me. Hold on. He totally ran away again. Same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about the notebook. Well, actually, they need that evidence. Know if it's a person behind this, again. It might be better if I didn't ask her. Monomi's notebook is an add to the Truth Bullet section. Wait, Saber's in Melty Blood? They're only having 10 characters and they just announced an 11th as Saber? Really? Game's coming out in like 2 days. Yeah, for Type Lumina. Really? That's awesome. We'll probably be playing that in a couple days when it comes out, actually. Not that I'm amazing at fighting games, but I damn well want to play it. And Saber being in it's definitely inspiring me. Our time for investigating is winding down. The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining other areas first. What do you want me to investigate? The man's bed? Is he hiding pornos under the mattress or something? The bed that comes with the cottages. It looks like the one in my room, but maybe there's something under his bed. It's the usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. He even made that joke. Well, we should check there just in case. Alright. With no expectations, without peeking, I peeked under the bed and... oh, there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket and there's something inside. What's this? Looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? A gas mask and rubber gloves? Hiding under his bed. What did he use that for? Gas mask and gloves added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Hajime, was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around where I found the supermarket bag and... oh, a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum? Brown thin piece of aluminum, huh? Similar to those seals that go with jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, which that mean this is a piece of trash? Who knows? Might be too soon to decide that. Piece of blue paper added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Interesting. The fridge is obviously suspicious. What's in the fridge? There's a refrigerator. cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. He probably supplied it himself. Why would he go through the trouble of getting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really like cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There isn't much inside. The only thing inside this fridge is a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. The bottle clearly is in a drink, right? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder? Maybe? I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Guys, what does that look like? I'm not sure. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is... looks like poison. Poison. Looks like there's a warning label in the back. Let's examine it in more detail. Careful with the bottle. Don't drop it. Stop. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. That's an oddly specific piece of information. Is it possible that there's actually some other fluid in those bottles? In a gaseous state, it's heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and it's susceptible to hydrolysis. So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. It looks like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. Remember, it didn't say he was killed by a spear to the chest. He could have been killed by the poison. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. Yep. But where did Nagito get the fucking fridge? This could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel as well. Apply to the bomb? There should be a reason Nagito was able to attain such dangerous items. Octagon inside the penthouse. The poison, he must have brought it with him from there too. He was probably hiding them on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? How dangerous. How dangerous. What could he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about that scares me. He already blew up the bomb he took with him at the left. What about this poison? It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? See, it's half empty. I'm totally right. He totally, like, swapped some of it into those grenades. If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? No, it's been used. Another trap? For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using his poison before he died? If that exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Everyone on the island? Hell? Nikita, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer after everything you've done? After you've died? Monokuma's special poison added to the truth bullets. Apparently we still have stuff to do. Alright, the bookshelf last. A lot of books and other mysterious items. The genres and types are so random I can't make sense of them whatsoever. They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. What should we do? It's really difficult to look through all these piles. Doesn't mean we should ignore it though. I'll leave it to you, Hajime. Wait, what? What if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know? That'd be private stuff in there. That might be true, but I'll leave the shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. Well, I sighed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items, examining each one. Even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there's any clues here, right? Except for one book. Oh. Wasn't the only file I received, Monokuma? This is another one. That seal. Indeed, the school badge of Hope's Academy. Does that have information on our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I can't find any clues about that. The file doesn't contain our information, just Hachime's information. Nagito said it only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it'll be obvious, right? As he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent. That might be another lie, too. I opened the file I had in my hand to confirm it. Instantly, I recognized something was strange. If this only had my information, then why is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I thought, Nagito lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information on the others, Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko. Akane, Sonia. Everyone who died had pages of information about them. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information, my date of birth, height, weight, and so forth. There was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words, reserve course student. There is no denying it. It confirmed I truly was a reserve corps student from the reserve department. Why is that the only thing that's not a lie? Remember, it's gotta be 90% truth, 10% lie, so people can't guess which 10%'s the lie. Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other... Hajime, did something happen? I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nikito received when he cleared the dead room? I recall your profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in there too. Nikito was lying. When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file. Chiaki, stop being so cute. You're right, my profile really is in here. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details. Details? Details about our memories? Information at the time we spent at Hope Speed. It's not written here. Ooh, nice thinking, Chiaki. These profiles might have been written before we entered the academy. It's impossible to obtain new clues from them. Seems like it. Okay. Hold on. What happened? I just noticed it right now, but... The file, his name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles. But his name is the only one missing, right? Who are you talking about? Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere. Looks like we found something out. So what if a name's not written in the file? Perhaps based on that you think he might be the traitor? No, it's just because not just because his name's not written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. Oh, really? He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but... Oh, you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life? It's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason? How do I put this? You guys have been getting worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery you think surrounding Byakuya, it doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean? You don't have to ask me that. You'd know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Oh, that's interesting. Hello, Byakuya is a faker. The ultimate imposter. Yep, Byakuya is a faker. Every section was filled with question marks and could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. They had the ability. Ultimate imposter. And that's Byakuya's true identity. He was a fake, pretending to be the ultimate affluent prodigy, Byakuya Togami. A fake? The fact his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender are unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. I'm not jealous of that at all. person. Wasn't really Byakuya? Well, okay. Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life? His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. He was lying to us the whole time. But he couldn't help it. Why couldn't he help it? That was his talent. That was his talent. Huh? Having talent means you're bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What? Anyway, I'm not happy you guys fell for a scam I had nothing to do with. So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya, it's exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me that time? He's probably trying to tell you he's actually the imposter. Based on the context, if I had to guess? Very proud, Xenon, by the way. Very proud. Maybe he was just complaining he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope Speed Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Gee, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that? Obviously you wouldn't know. I made it that file so you guys wouldn't find out. It was just as I thought. You're the one who did it. The fact there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent from the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here. It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right? And we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Probably. Hope Speed Academy is probably a file added to the truth bullets. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue. Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Wait, time's up? Wait. Excuse me for a moment. The chime just now. What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, bank accounts may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? And that's why we gotta cherish time. There's nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We'll begin the last class trial. Please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon. Last class trial. He said that, right? He said last class trial? Yeah, I heard it too. He really said last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? Is that something about the killing school trip ending? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one. I can't imagine the reland. What? I think Monokuma's real plan might just be beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? After putting us through all this, is he planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once? It's not a good idea to think about it too much, I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts. We were so focused on that file. I still can't see who killed Nagito. You don't have to worry too much. What? We're not fighting this alone, you know? Have faith. Have hope. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not fighting this alone. We have our friends. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone works together, I'm sure we can find it. Yeah, good luck. If we do that, I'm sure things will turn out fine. That's some confidence. Alright, best of luck. Time to go to Monokuma Rock. Alright. Looks like everyone's here. Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people? Stop, you're making me depressed. It's gonna happen again. The cruel conflict, we must doubt our friends. Once we're through this, we can go back, right? The Monokuma filed Bashman said so. He said this is the last class trial. We've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe it's so easy. Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is saying, you know? That's why. I'll definitely survive. If we can go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck are you doing here? You haven't realized it yet? Feeling wanting to lead his eye, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know? What are you saying? There's no way Monokuma will end things here. Planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us. Damn right, stupid Rebus, just shut up. Damn right, super rap. Alright. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Huh? I finally realized after losing my powers. I've realized that cursing your powers of your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility might be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself, I will fight. What's her deal? I really don't know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she had read a self-help book. But her eyes, she looks so determined. Oh, wait, what can you tell when she's looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It would be annoying if you started talking during the trial. Fine. Somehow I understand what Monimu's thinking. Same, I think. Anyway, let's get going. It's the last class trial. Alright, we need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. With a Gao, the giant weird escalator opens up. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock. Elevator, look, it's gonna look so empty here. This elevator ride, it'll be the last time for this too, right? Hope so. What about things after we're finished? More importantly, let's focus on the class trial before us. Thank you, Sonia. Mostly composed. Except for that one part where you were cursing, like 5 minutes ago. The killer. I managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way it's going smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one was able to do that. It was problematic in many ways, but it was also a valuable asset during the trials. You're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him, but even if he's gone, the ones who survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. The bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope or the light of despair? Ooh, an industrial theme. Well, well, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only 6 of you left. Enough of this. Fucking start this already. That's it, right? This is really the last class trial, right? Yep, sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it your all. Didn't I tell you, said it? This is the end. Now then, let's get this class trial started. This is the last class trial. Show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, it's also the last trial. The curtain's about to rise. Nagito Komayata, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process. It was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope to overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove hope could never lose to despair. He said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up, but there were also times he saved us. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of it. And I have no idea who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. Man, that page is almost empty. Almost everyone's dead on that page. Damn. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The person who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. If Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Would I like to save? Hell yes. Who do I want to figure out what's going on next? I do. But unfortunately, now is the time to wrap things up. We will be going no further tonight.